They say when Horus was born, the skies changed, the winds shifted, the stars blinked like watchful eyes. Because his birth was not just a miracle, it was a warning to the gods. The son of Osiris has come, and he will not forgive. Horus was born in the swamps of the Nile Delta, far from palaces and golden thrones. His mother, Isis, hid him from the world, and from his uncle Set, who had murdered Osiris and stolen the crown. Set ruled with fear. He brought drought to the fields, whispers to the temples, and chaos to the hearts of men. But Isis raised Horus in silence, teaching him the sacred ways, the old magic, and the truth of what was stolen from them. And Horus grew, not just in strength, but in fury. He was the falcon-headed god, his eyes like burning suns, his wings spread with royal intent. But he did not charge blindly into battle. He waited until the gods gathered to judge the truth, to decide who should sit upon the throne of Egypt, Set, the murderer king, or Horus, the child of prophecy. The courtroom of the gods was not swift. The trial stretched for 80 years. Set mocked Horus. He challenged him to contests, races, transformations, games of trickery. They turned into bulls and fought in the river. They swam through the heavens as boats. They waged war not just with weapons, but with symbols and spells. And still, the gods hesitated. Because Set was old, powerful, experienced, and Horus was young, untested, hot with rage. But Isis, ever cunning, played her part too. She trapped Set in nets of illusion. She forced him to confess his crimes. And she proved that even a god as cruel as Set could not outrun truth. In the final trial, Horus stood before the divine council. He did not roar. He did not cry. He lifted his head, eyes blazing like the desert sky, and said, "I do not ask for vengeance. I ask for what was mine by birth and stolen by blood." The gods fell silent. Even Ra, the ancient sun god, lowered his gaze. And then came the voice of Osiris, speaking from the underworld. "Let justice rise. Let my son reign." Horus was crowned pharaoh of all Egypt, not just king of the land, but symbol of divine order. His eye, the eye of Horus, became a sign of protection, vision, and victory. And Set, he was cast into the desert, cursed to wander as the god of chaos, storms, and dry lands, forever watching the throne he once stole. But Horus never ruled with bitterness. He ruled with balance. Because to be a true king is not just to conquer, it is to heal, to remember, to protect. And that is why the pharaohs of Egypt all bore his name, his crown, his falcon wings. Because Horus did not just avenge his father, he restored the soul of a nation.